Welcome to the rosanamod Variety Pod. This is your vessel and host, rosanamod, and here we go. Hello, fellow humans. This is Rosana, your vessel and host, of course. And this is episode 180. 180. Welcome back. I know, welcome back. I took off about a week. Needed to just relax a little bit. Before we begin Wednesday Works, I wanted to give you the answer to last week's trivia, which was... And the question is, where did the term "pardon my French" come from? Don't Google it. Just see if you can guess. Where do you think it came from? So that was really lazy. I just went ahead and I just recorded the last show, so I wouldn't have to look it up or anything. So that was the question. And the answer to that is, back in the day, a long time ago, like 1895, pardon my French, or excuse my French, was an apology for the use of profanity. The expression used back then, because pardon is derived from the Old French pardonner, meaning to grant or forgive. So one explanation suggests that during the 19th century, the English often used French words in conversation. So, like, I'm assuming that back in the day, Paris was hoity-toity. So everybody, oh, are you from Paris? I'm from Paris. Ooh, I'm just saying. I'm not making fun. I'm just saying. So the English would take that, to, picture a well-dressed man and a well-dressed woman at a party in England. So, my name is Sir Charles, and voulez-vous entendre? And the English guy is like, what did you just say? Oh, pardon my French. You see? Okay, that sounds really corny and really bad, but you know what I'm talking about. So that's really where it came from, and that's really weird. So it's interesting, though. So anyway, continuing on. What have I been doing for this past week, okay? Well, simple. I have been finding a new way for passive income, and I believe I found it, but I don't know yet because I haven't received any, what's the word? Well, yeah, sales. I haven't sold anything yet. So I just started this Monday. I was getting prepared for it until then. So Monday, I started doing this thing called no content book sales on Amazon. I started looking up ways because I miss my writing. I haven't been writing a lot, and I like writing, as you know. So I thought, you know what? How do I make more passive income other than just freelance writing? Because freelance writing is very tedious. You got to do research. It's not that simple. So I went on YouTube and I looked up passive income, Amazon, and then I thought journals. And you know what a journal book is, right? All right, well, sorry, I'm having my coffee. A journal book is a blank paged book. Sometimes they have lines, sometimes they don't. Like, the books that you just write your thoughts on and your ideas on, you see them everywhere. I have a lot of those books. I like lists, as you know. So I have one book that's for my podcast ideas. I have another book that's for my little quotes that I make up. Completely blank books because I like to make my own. Those sell a lot on Amazon. So let's start from the beginning. You know what a journal book is. You know what Amazon is. Do you know what KDP is? KDP is Kindle Direct Publishing, and it is from Amazon, and that's where I sell my books. A Crow Flies at Midnight, which is a novel, and the other book is... I have to Google myself to see how famous I am. Sometimes it's just an ego boost that you need. The Crucified Spirit, a collection of tortured poetry, which is a depressing, depressing look at my love life. And I just put all poems there. They're prose mostly. Some of them are not. And it's very personal. It's very deep. It's very painful. I don't even like reading it. But if you like to be depressed, I like to cry. And then look at that book. I'm on KDP for that reason. So KDP sells your books. You can do ebooks or regular paperback books, which is what I have. Obviously, you can't do a journal on an ebook. You can't, because what are you going to read? The cover? And there we go, segue, because the only thing that you're going to do with a journal book is design the cover. That's it. The color of the background, the fonts of the letters that you're writing, and whatever design that you're putting on it, or whatever picture that you put on it. So what you need to do as far as the journal books go, I'm going to give you the step-by-steps orally, so enjoy. Sit back. I'm just kidding. Wow. Anyway, that was not good. Edit that out. I will not edit that out. The little angel on the one side saying, edit it out, Rosanna, that's awful. And the little devil saying, oh, come on, you want to. We'll start with, you already know what a journal, you already now know what KDP is, Kindle, direct publishing, however you want to Google it. You have to register. It's free. Put in your bank info because that's how you're going to get paid. Just get ready for that, okay? Then you're going to register at Canva, which is also free, unless you want to go pro. Obviously, you can upgrade and get all of their graphics, millions and millions, but if you don't pay and you just get it for free, like I did, there's still millions and millions of images. They have beautiful images. They have not only cartoonish style graphics, but they also have beautiful photographs. Really, you'll know when they're free because if they have a little yellow crown on there and you try and click on it, it'll say Canva and it's got a whole bunch of watermarks on it, so you can't use it anyway unless you pay for it. I'm not sure if you can pay for the image. I believe you can without upgrading. You might be able to just pay for that image, but I'm not sure. I'm not going to say because I didn't use it. So you do that, you do those two, and then you're going to go and you need Bookow, which is BOOKOW.com. And I'm going to give you a link to that too. And that's going to be the template for your cover. And that's what you need. And I measured the ones that I have. And I do have 6x9s. Some of them are a little bigger. Some of them are a little smaller. So it really depends on what you want to do. I like my pages blank, lined. Since Monday last week, I have Monday, meaning Labor Day, because that's when I really just stopped recording. I published so far 15 books, 15 journals, but I have another 12 that are still in review. And you can look at them, just Google my name, Rosana Moduño, books, and you'll see all the books that I have out there. You can tell the ones that I first started with because the cover letters were maybe not centered because I was still learning how to do the template. I wasn't really sure. But I've got some tips for you, and let's begin. Let's just do this, man. The first thing you do is go to Bookow. Right there in the top, you have KDP Cover Template Generator. And on that one, you're going to see the covers. So what do you need to do? You're going to put 6 on width by height, which is 9. Page count is going to be 120. Paper type, you're going to just use white or cream if you want cream, but white is better. Then ISBN optional, you're going to leave that alone because KDP is going to provide you your own ISBN. So you'll get one. So just don't worry about that stuff. This is just for the cover, okay? Your email address, you're going to put your email address there and you're going to retype it. You're going to consent to the email and then you're going to click on email cover template. That is going to send you an email with your templates. You're going to get 2. You're going to get a PDF and you're going to get PNG, which is PNG is like an image, like a picture. And a PDF is an image, but it's the one that works with KDP. So keep this in mind if you want to write this down and not forget. KDP only uses PDF files. So what I do is I keep 2 separate files on my desktop, one that says PDF and one that says PNG. So when I go to Canva now, I'm going to Canva, already signed up to Canva. In Canva, I'm going to click on, underneath where it says create a design, I'm going to click on custom size. Now, this is considering that you're already signed up. Custom design, where it says PX, for the sizes, I'm going to click on inches, go to width and put 12.56, go to height and put 9.25, and that is going to create new design. Click on that, and that's going to take you to 6x9. It's going to open a window. And on the window, you're going to see a big square empty in the middle. That's where you're going to put your template that you have from the email that you already downloaded to your computer. So you downloaded your upload, which is going to be your PNG version, because this is Canva. Canva works with PNG. So you click on upload media and you're going to bring in your template. When you bring in your template, you're going to put that template in that box, in that white box. You're going to drag and drop, or you can click on it and it'll pop into that box. So then you stretch it out until it gets all the corners. Start with one corner, because some people start from the top and the bottom and then they mess up. Just make sure that you leave those orange frames that's on the template alone. Make sure that it's complete. Just drag it, start from one corner and then drag to the other corner. Make sure that it's all filled out. They have to be completely filled and there won't be a little white spot there. No little white spaces, has to be all filled. When it's done, you're going to look for elements, which is on the left pane. Click on the elements, and then there's lines and shapes right there. That's what you're looking at. You're going to click on that square. Click on it. And it's going to cover the template the same way you did when you added the template itself. Now, go to the top right, click on that little gradient box. It's got little squares in it. And if you hover over it, it says transparency. You're going to click on that. And then it says transparency. Now slide the ruler from 100 down and you see what happens. If you do that and you can see the template underneath that box color that you just added, then you did it right. If you didn't, then you're going to have to keep trying until you do it right. Okay. But there it is. You're going to leave it transparent so that you can see what's underneath. You want to see the template, because those are where the lines are, and you can't go over those lines. If you go over those lines, it won't show up on your KDP book. Now I'm on the book and I want to design my book. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do today. So let me just do, I don't know, my crazy ideas, I guess. I like that. So I'm going to change the color of the background. So when I change the color of the background, I click on the cover, and on the left, you'll see a little box with a color right next to the word animate. And that's where, if you click on it, it'll give you the colors that you can change your cover to. You can do the colors that they have, or you can use a little plus sign and use your own color. But for the sake of this, I'm just going to keep it dark gray. Now I'm going to go to text, and then I'm going to go to heading, which is, they have 3 different sizes. I like to use the big one on the top, and then I'm going to drag it. If it doesn't work when you're clicking on it, click outside of that little box and then it'll move it better. And then size it up to where it's inside those lines on the top, as high as you want or whatever, as long as it's inside those orange lines. You go to the left next to all the, animate and all that stuff. You're going to see effects. You're going to see color. You're going to see all that. You're going to change whatever you want it to look like, unless you like the font that it's on. My favorite, however, is, let me see if I can find it. I'm going to find myself a font. I'm going to find myself a font. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. What's up with my head? All right. Okay, where's the one that I usually use? Here it is, Brassica. Okay, I like Brassica. So I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to click inside it, and I'm going to write my crazy ideas. It looks kind of plain. So I go into effects, and in effects, you're going to see lots of things like shadow, like a little shadow around it, hollows out the letters. You're going to see spice. If you click on spice inside, you can change the colors too. Echo, which is kind of cool too. So I like shadow, and then you can change the offset, make it thicker and lighter, the direction that it goes in. It's really cool because there's so much to do. Transparency is nice too. And so I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to leave it there. And then they have neon, and glitch, that's interesting too. Okay, let me leave it to where I had it. My crazy ideas, and I'm going to leave it black. I could change different colors, I guess, but whatever. It's going to be on gray, so. And then you go to elements again, and you've got all of these beautiful images. I'm telling you, they're just so beautiful. So if I wanted to say my crazy ideas, what do I think about my crazy ideas? I'll just put the word in ideas into the search and see what I get. Oh, I got lots of stuff. I've got this one, which I really like this one, which is like 2 heads and a brain in the center. I really like that. That looks really, really good. Very simple, black and gray. Looks good. You can change the color of the images themselves. So, well, some of them you're allowed to change. Like, for example, here's a light bulb. It's a white light bulb. I can click on that and I can change the color to yellow. I can change it to red. See? So some of them do allow you to change it. This one, I guess, doesn't. Damn it. Because I wanted to make the brain pink. And then underneath it says magic recommendations, see all. So when you click on that, you have more ideas. And I guess they're just trying to push the new people or new designs. That's my take on it. And the journals with the bigger letters and the bigger fonts sell more. Back into the transparency, and then I fill it up, and there I can see my pictures. And it looks all right. It's just very simple. You know what I mean? It looks very plain. Make sure that the transparency, you got to keep messing with the transparency on the top right to make sure that it fits, because that's how I made a mistake on a couple of mine. I didn't check that, and I just assumed, oh, it looks like it's gonna fit. Oh, it's gonna fit. No, yeah, I guess what, it didn't fit. Making me like it, like a lot. Hey, all right, so it looks kind of plain to me. It says my crazy ideas, and it's really dark gray and black. It's just the only colors, and it's like, it's not crazy. It doesn't look crazy. Now, when you're messing things around, keep looking at the edges, because sometimes they lift up a little. You don't want to see that orange coming up from underneath the template part. So just make sure that you have that covered. Okay, lift up a little, whatever you got to do. And that's it. So when you're done, all you got to do is download, and then you're going to get an option. It says PNG suggested. Now, I always download that first. Yes, I do. But I also now it's free, so it's going to pop up. Hey, do you want to, whatever. No. And download it again, and then click back on PNG suggested, and you're going to get all these other options. What you need to choose is PDF standard. And now you have 2. And that's where I separate my 2 folders. I get the one for the PDF and one for the PNG. PNG is just for myself to keep, and the PDF is for KDP only. And also, here's another tip. When you're looking for things and looking for ideas, click on the little scale right next to the search bar, and that little bubbles, little lines and bubbles. And you're going to click on static, where it says animation, and then apply filters, because that's going to get rid of those little moving animated things that you cannot use. And there are so many images. It's like I have a hard time picking my images. That's why I really spend a lot of time on, because not a lot of people don't really worry too much about where they're putting it. They're kind of using whatever. I take a lot of time in the ones that I choose. You know what, guys? When you see this one, you're going to be like, oh my God, I was right there when she did it. She's brilliant, this woman. Really. You don't want to sound arrogant, but damn. All right. So then you just make sure that after you're done with this, you want to make sure that you get the transparency completely opaque and covered, or otherwise you're going to print the template underneath. Honestly, you could just be here all day with these ideas, dude. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that, because that was the alarm that Coco has for me giving her drops, her eye drops. So if that's the trivia question for today, can you guess what song that is and who plays? My absolute favorite. So that's it. Continuing now, when you're finished with the Canva and you download it and everything, it's going to have to turn into another series. So I'll have to continue this. This is working. I know it's hard to do something when you're listening and not actually visually seeing. I would like to put this up on a video at some point, but right now it's a little hard to do. So I'm just going to leave it there, and I will continue this part 2 for how to get it on KDP. But so far you've gotten your thing. And honestly, if you listen to the video that I learned from, I think it would help you. But I wanted to put this out there because it sounds complicated. And I don't want you to think it's complicated. Now, for somebody who's not creative, it might sound crazy. Like, I can't do that, but think of it this way. It's like anything that you learn, right? You don't know anything coming into something new. You're going to be trained, you're going to be taught. It doesn't matter. So don't limit yourself by already being pessimistic about what the results are going to be if you haven't tried it yet. So keep an open mind coming into this, and keep your eye and focus, hyper-focus on the result, which is passive income, which is more money for you, which is learning something new, which is always attractive to me. And why not? If I can do it, why can't you do it? And if somebody else can do it, why can't I do it? That's the way I look at it. When I see these people on YouTube, I think it was like $3,800 or something like that for 1 month. That's not bad. Are you kidding? That's like a full-time job on just books that you don't even have to do anything for. Because the thing about passive income, which I love, especially the writing part, is that once you do it, it's out there. You don't have to touch it anymore. Amazon handles the rest of it. Like, you don't have to deal with customers. That's what's brilliant about KDP and direct publishing. All you do is set it up, publish it. It's out there for everybody. And I mean everybody. It's not just Amazon United States. It's everywhere. It's global. It's out there for everybody to see. Whoever needs a journal. Your trick is to put in the right keywords and the right SEO. And that's actually something that I want to do. That'll be my SEO. I'll do the SEO content and the KDP on that. But anyway, I know that it sounds intimidating. It does. KDP, PNG, PDF, or, I don't like acronyms either. I hate them, actually. I think it's stupid. What I would do, and what I do when I don't understand something, is I go to Google. I just do. I hate Google, but I do it anyway because I need it. So I go in there and I search. What does KDP mean? What does it actually mean? Kindle Direct Publishing. Okay, what does direct publishing actually mean? I want to understand everything from the beginning to the end so that I can absorb the information. The more information that you know, the better equipped you are to handle situations, right? So you go and you do that, and then you finish and you do PDF. What is a PDF? What is a PNG? What's the difference between a PDF and a PNG? I'm giving you some ideas for topics right here. What is that? How does that benefit me? And then I go in and I mess around with the Canva. Canva was so fun. At first I thought, wow, there's just so many things to learn. But I started messing around with it and clicking on all of the buttons, understanding what everything means, getting accustomed to being in there because I'm in control. It's my hand on the mouse. And that's the way you should look at it. You're in control. And the best part about the direct publishing, like I said, is you don't have to worry about it once it's out there. You're done. They ship it to the customer. It's print on demand. So it's not printed. It's for sale, but it's not printed. So when somebody goes in there and looks at the journal and says, oh my God, I love this girl's journal, this guy's journal, it's great, I want it. It's perfect for a gift, right? So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to order it. Then Amazon gets that order and then they print. They might have one or two, I would think. They probably do have a couple of them ready just to see. But once it starts generating more prints and more prints, I would assume that they would print more ahead of time just to be ready so that people don't have to wait like 2 weeks or anything. And also, you get to order your own. So that's what's good about it. You order it first, you get as many copies as you want for yourself, and you can sell them wherever you want. So you can buy as many as you want, and you won't be paying what you're putting out there as far as price goes. You get the author's price, which is a lot less, right? So for a couple bucks, you can buy your book and give them to your friends, give them out to your friends, or have a little show somewhere and autograph your books and sell them. Why not? So that's what this is all about. So it's making money, it's diversifying, It's not depending on your one 9-to-5 job or 8-to-5 job. It's always having a plan B, and you got the whole alphabet. You don't have to just have A and B. Plan Z if you want. You got lots of chances to make money. Be creative, think outside the box, and that's what the show is all about. So I hope I helped you, and if you want to be in contact with me, you know how to find me. You can Instagram me or email me. Everything is below the show notes, everything you need to know. I look forward to hearing from you, and what do we say? In with the outro. Thanks for stopping in. Don't forget to like, share, and comment, and I'll talk to you soon. God bless you, and what do we say?